Welcome to Why It Matters, a podcast series where the Straits Times takes a close look at one key news talking point each week. Now, fishing is one of the fast-rising industries in Singapore. Now, if you're wondering if we've lost the grip on the pulse of Singapore here, let me assure you, it's not that fishing we're referring to, but fishing spelled with a P, H-I-S-H-I-N-G. Now, it's a tactic of the rising scam industry as more Singaporeans come online in the smart nation transformation, with the fish out there being us, falling for the bait. I'm Ernest, Head of Podcasting for SPH, and with me is Irene Tham, ST's Senior Tech Correspondent.
Hi.
Hi, Irene. Now, a couple of high-profile cases, but essentially the same phishing tactics being used to fool people, using either their mobile phones or computers. Now, in the wake of the recent SingHealth data breach, many people receive SMSs or WhatsApp messages advising them to refresh their SingPass passwords using a link provided in those messages. What do you think of that? What should be done actually when you receive these kind of things?
Well, phishing has been around for a long time, and it's using the same method, which is something that grabs people's interest. They provide interesting content, and then there's a call to action, calling people to click on a link to change their password or click on a link to grab the best deals out there. So the best thing is not to click on those links. I mean, if really you have to change your password, go to the web browser and type in the URL of the website that you're reaching. Never click on links and use the message to springboard into a different website. I mean, it could be phishing, it could be a scam message for you know.
Okay, so if you get such a message, don't just click on that link within the message, but actually open the browser on your phone.
Right.
Go to the website
type in the URL manually and do whatever you need to do on the website. Never click on any link provided to you to go to the website, because they may bring you to a fake website that looks like the real thing, and that's how people are cheated of their money and tricked to give up passwords and confidential information.
And it is true, right, that phishing now is becoming more widespread, especially as we start transforming into a smart nation.
Yeah, it's a very effective tactic, which is why, although it's old, it's effective and it is always being used. And each time is a different message. It could be a very good deal, JJ Lin's concert ticket going for a very low rate. Or it could be, something that scares you and make you do something to take action, like to change your password and so on.
We'll get to JJ Lin later in this episode, but I want to bring to you this tweet that was done by DBS recently this month. And it said in this tweet that it has noticed an increase in SMSs impersonating DBS, which are fronts for investment scams or phishing attacks. I don't think they're the only bank that has this problem. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, it's common for banks to be used as a fake front. And the ease of transactions these days, with the rise of PayNow and so on, it's easy to transfer money. I mean, it's convenient, it's good for people. But it also means that scammers get their money more easily too. People have to be more aware and start verifying if they have not already done so. Do not just trust a message coming from someone you don't know, or even if it is someone you know, always verify it before clicking on any links or taking any actions. Always call up the person to check, hey, have you actually sent to me this message requiring me to take this action? So, I mean, these scams, when we see them being played out over the years, it's the same thing over and over again. People just need to be more aware, and why can't they verify before taking action? That's the minimum that you need to do these days. Because money transferring these days is so much easier with PayNow, and it's instant. So after you lose your money, there's no way we can get it back. Not like credit card, because there is a fraud and dispute resolution, and credit card companies, banks, they have built that into their mechanism. But instant money transfers, if you lose your money, you lose your money. There's no way you can get it back.
I'm not sure about you, but I get phone calls sometimes from companies or marketing companies that say they are officially linked with certain banks, and then they promote certain products, encouraging me to verify on the phone itself. And even though some of them are actually legit, the rest are actually pretty persuasive actually. So that's one of the irritating things I find. What do you think about this trend?
Yeah, it's something that the industry need to change. It's a bad habit, sending out mixed messages. I mean, although some callers are legitimate, you're sending mixed messages out there. Should consumers trust you or should they not trust you? I think banks and the finance industry, they need to get rid of this habit altogether. Don't call consumers and ask them to verify themselves over the phone. If you do that and you make people comfortable with the habit, they will keep doing it and they will be tricked by illegitimate callers. So don't send mixed messages. Don't ask them for verification details over the phone. If there is a need to do some of these things, get them to call the bank or something like that, let the user initiate the call. I mean, marketing, I don't know how to get around this marketing issue. Maybe just get rid of it altogether. I mean, I don't know. It's for the sake of security,
Good food for thought, actually. Let's take a look at the third case. Recently, this also happened with the JJ Lin concert tickets, as you said. Scammer cheating several fans out of at least $2,000 in total. Now, the seller had approached the victims over Facebook, offering them the tickets at low prices, and collected money through the PayNow app, which you've mentioned also before. And in another case, basically, for example, Chance the Rapper, people had fallen for a supposed Facebook event page that looked like it was linked to the official event. And actually, it was redirecting them to another website. Then, obviously, that's where their details were phished. So that's also another area. It's not just the older segment of the society that's falling for these scams. It's the younger segment on social media as well. What do you think of that?
Well, Facebook is a convenient social media platform, but with convenience comes this inability to verify whoever is reaching out to you. Well, I guess the most straightforward answer is do not click on any links. If a deal is too good to be true, the deal is too good to be true. I mean, can you lose the deal? I mean, can you live without getting the massive discount on JJ Lin's tickets? Well, you got to deal with that and answer that question, or you take your chances and pay somebody via PayNow and be tricked. The authorities have suggested some other options, payment options. Instead of paying somebody via PayNow, perhaps, when you're collecting the tickets, give them cash instead. So that is a good way to prevent scams.
And don't pay first until you get the tickets. Actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Try to meet them in person.
That's right. And if you lose the deal, you lose the deal. What's the big deal, right?
In fact, the authorities have this website which is pretty useful actually, scamalert.sg. It says that up as of June 2018, the top 5 scams in Singapore are online purchase scam, China officials impersonation scam, internet love scam, credit for sex scam, business email impersonation scam.
Right. I mean, these things, they look awfully familiar. Every year, they are the top 5, top 10. So it shows that these scams work. Why does it work? It works because it's human nature to want the best deals. It's human nature to be afraid when somebody official called you, right?
Yes.
And it's human nature to respond to a business contact. Well, I guess the thing that we need to introduce is verification. Verify whoever calls you, verify every bit of information. Your guards have to be up at all times to be alert to possible scams. And also the question you need to ask yourself at the end of the day is, can I lose this deal? If I can live with that, live with losing a good deal, then, perhaps that will provide the necessary safeguards and checks in place.
As you did say, I mean, cyber hygiene is something that Singaporeans have to take seriously in this day and age, especially. And you can listen to more of Irene's comments in the previous episode that she talked about national cyber hygiene. We'll wrap it up here, and thanks, Irene.
All right, thank you.
Now, meantime, the public can call the National Crime Prevention Council's anti-scam helpline on 1-800-722-6688 for advice on scams, or go to website www.scamalert.sg. There are various scams listed over there, and you can click on each type of scam to find out tips on how to deal with those. Till the next episode of Why It Matters, do send us your feedback to podcast@sph.com.sg. There are also more podcasts on various topics at the Straits Times and the Business Times.